spend an absolute shit ton of time in my garden. I've got bees, I've got veg patches, I've got my kids' toys here and stuff. So one problem I have is that this looks like a massive head. I've just got out. One problem I have is that if I need a wee or a poo, I need to go home to do it, and that can be quite inconvenient, especially if you've only just got here and whatnot. So today I'm making myself a composting toilet. So in this toilet, what I found was an old wheelie bin. I cut the top off the wheelie bin. I'll get some light on it. So I cut the top off the wheelie bin and then cut it down to size. I've dropped it down and I've bolted through just to make this top, and it's solid and you can sit on it. I've then made a hole to sit on, and then just like this, and then that goes on there. That sits on there, like so. Right, quite Heath Robinson, but it does the job. And then inside, what we've done is I found a water butt outlet pipe, which I've got to fit properly, which will go in the bottom. I've got some square drain pipe, which will be screwed to the sides, and with slits cut all the way around in 4 places. And then I've got mesh that sits on the bottom. And then what happens is you put on top of that mesh, I'm using weed matting, and then on top of that I'll use lots of sawdust. And then whenever I've done anything on it, put more sawdust on, and then you can drain off the water, the excess water with a tap, and in 9 months' time you have lovely compost for the garden. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to I was going to show every step of the way before, but I kind of just got carried away. So yes, that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to attach, the next bit is I'm going to attach the 4 bits of drain pipe to the sides. So I'm going to bolt through to the sides on here in the 4 places, and then that will and then obviously going to cut the slots in, and I'm actually going to put silicone down the back just to secure it a little bit better down the bottom, as I don't really want any more holes on the sides than I need to really. So that is what I am going to be doing next. So yes, I think I'm going like that. So I've ripped through the grinder on equal space. Let me try and get out the sun. There we go, look. I ripped through the grinder just at this. There's only probably a 1mm, maybe a 2mm cut all the way along on each of these, just on one edge. No real need for it to be any more than that. So yes, I've done that, and now I'm going to go and I've marked up in the where I need to go. This doesn't have to be accurate, this is a toilet, I'm not that fast. It's got to be a quick project, otherwise I may as well just go and buy one. So the next thing is to get the holes drilled for these and get them clamped up in place, and then I'm going to silicone seal them all up the back, and then we're pretty much good. There we have it. They're all bolted in, and I've put silicone down all over the backs of them just to give it a bit of, so they're not in solid strips, just because I want water to run down the back and whatnot. But they're all in, all the notches are in the right place, looks good to me. I'm now going to put my water butt connector in the bottom. I'm actually going to put silicone around that as well, just because I've got silicone. And then, and then what I'm doing with that is, so I keep a lot of stuff just because it might come in handy. So I have this connector, but I couldn't find a hose that would go around it properly. So this is actually going to fit inside. So I'm actually going to silicone it inside, and then it will go through and it'll be alright. I'm quite confident it's going to be a good seal. So yes, that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to silicone it all up just because I'm not that confident. And then just going to bust loads in there. And then that will do that job perfectly. And that'll go in the bottom. And then basically I'll put a bolt in the end of this pipe, hook it over the back. When I want to empty it, pull the bolt, drop the hose, and the water will pour out. So there we go. Right, let's crack on. So that's all in now. It'll focus on it. I'm sure it will eventually. There we go. Yes, that's in there now. Gasket on, all taped up. Wick it over there. I'll trim that down and tidy it all up in a minute. Next thing now is to get the mesh in the bottom. And then I've got some bits I've cut for this already somewhere. Let me find them. So all I've done in here is I've got 2 bits of drain pipe cut and wedged in, and now I'm going to probably cable tie them, maybe. Probably going to cable tie them to the sides, and yeah, that'll do. And then we're kind of ready then to put the mesh in and whatnot. So here we have it. I have a wire grid in the bottom here, as you can see, and then I found some Corex kind of plastic corrugated stuff, which I'm throwing in the bottom there. Now there's a slope on this downward, so I know the water in here is just going to run to the front, which is fine. And then another bit dropped in there, like so. So you see the floor's covered now, but there's gaps around it, and that means all the compost will go on the top. The water should run off, in theory, and then the majority of the water will. And I'm going to stick some old weed matting in the bottom, which I don't think I really need, but I'm just doing it because I got some. This is old shit, so I may even throw a bit more weed matting in, just anyway, just because I can. And then that is it for now. So that's the construction side of things done. That's the construction side of things done. Now I'm going to put another bit of weed matting on there because I've got some left over. I'll show you the lid, and then I'll show you what you do with it next. So I've got the weed matting in there, that'll do. I think the Corex is doing a good enough job anyway, so we'll see. If it fills up with water, I'll just drain it out. I've got my drain hole down there, so it's not the end of the world, I don't think. And I'm not going to be using it as much as, you know, it's not an everyday toilet. So, right, next thing to do is bang the sawdust in. I've filled that about 100 ml of sawdust all around the edges, and then every time you use the toilet, you cover it in sawdust again. Maybe add a bit of water if you want, and then 9 months time ish, that should all compost down. Bang it out onto your veg patch, and you've got some lovely, great compost. So right, I'm going to go and just modify the lid a little now, and then we're nearly there. So, and there we have it. That is my composting toilet. So I've got a bit of marine ply which I've just lashed on there just to, you know, do it. I've got my sawdust in there, so every time you do what you do, dump the handful of sawdust in, and that'll do it. And then obviously the outlet pipe down there, when I need to empty it, I'll just pull it out and off it goes. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It's gonna get some use. So yeah, I'm quite happy. I'll give you an update in a few months on how it actually goes, but thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, give me the thumbs up. I'll catch you all in the next video.